Before we begin, here's the vocab for Lesson 6.5, and the first word is discount, which is the amount by which the regular price is reduced. So my example shows how we find discount. And to find discount, you take your percent as a decimal, multiply it by the original price of the item, and that gives you the discount. That's how much you are saving. What I have here circled in blue goes along with the next one, the sale price. To find the sale price, it's the price after the discount. So to go along with the first example, find the discount, you then subtract that dollar amount from the original, and that gives you your sale price. Markup is the amount the price of an item is increased above the price the store paid for the item. To find the markup, it is similar for finding discount. It's your percent as a decimal times what the store is paying for it, and that gives you your markup amount. To find the selling price of the item that you're marking up, it's the amount the customer pays for the item. And to find the selling price, it's what the retailer paid for the item plus the markup amount gives you what the customer would pay, the selling price. Sales tax is a tax based on the cost of the item purchased and collected directly from the buyer. And in Massachusetts, our sales tax is 6.25%. Tip is an optional payment given in addition to a required payment, usually to express appreciation for excellent service, also called gratuity. And a good tip is anywhere between 15 to 20%. The last word is commission, and that is a fee paid based on a percentage of a sale made by an employee or an agent as distinguished from the regular payment of wages or salaries. So my example disappeared, but to find commission, it is the same way that you would find discount and markup. It's the price of the item, whatever the dollar amount is, times your percent as a decimal, and that will give you your commission. Notes 6.5 on discount and markup. So the objective is to solve real-world problems involving discount, markup, tax, tip, commission by using the percent equation. The Common Core state standards are listed in the mathematical practice. Formulas. Finding the discount, sale price, markup, selling price, finding tip, tax, and then total with your tax or tip, commission by using the percent equation. So we're going to be using the percent equation. So that's your whole times your percent off is equal to your part. This formula is the percent equation, and it's used to find the discount, the markup, the tax, the tip, and the commission. Remember, your percent is as a decimal, or you can use your percent key. Next, it's the whole minus the part, which is your discount. That gives you your sale price, or the whole plus the part, which the part is your markup, the tax, and the tip. That gives you the selling price when finding markup, and your total with tax and tip. Our first problem is finding discount and sale price. Round to the nearest cent if necessary. So if you're buying a TV and it's $365 and it's 20% off, that means you're saving 20% and you're only paying. So your whole is $365 times your percent as a decimal. So we move our decimal 2 places to the left. So it's 0.20. And when we use our calculator to multiply, we end up getting 73. That's how much the discount is, how much the savings is. To find the sale price, it's your $365 minus the part, which is $73, and that gives you your sale price of $292. So that's how much you would pay for that TV if it was 20% off. Find the markup price and the selling price, round to the nearest cent if necessary. Number 2, a computer software retailer used a markup rate of 40%. Find the selling price of a computer game that cost the retailer $25. So we have a 40% markup, and the retailer is buying it for $25. So that would be your whole amount, what you're buying it for, times your markup as a decimal. So that's 0.4 0. And when we multiply, that gives you your markup in dollars, which would be $10. So that's how much the retailer is going to up the price. So it's $25 plus the markup to give you the selling price of $35. So the profit that the retailer would make is $10, and as the customer, you'd be paying $35. Find the tax and total with tax, round to the nearest cent if necessary. A MacBook sells for $999. We're going to use 6.25% for the tax. The formula is the whole times the tax percent as a decimal is equal to the part, which is the tax. Once we find the tax, we're going to add it to the whole, and that gives you the total with tax. So the full price of your MacBook is $999. Your sales tax as a decimal is 0.625. Multiply that together and you get 62.437. Whenever you're dealing with the money, you have to round to the nearest cent. That's 2 places after the decimal. So that 7 tells us we need to change that 3 to a 4. So it's $62.44. That's your tax amount. Now we take our whole and we add $62.44 to the whole amount. This is the extra money you have to pay. So that MacBook is really $1,061.44. For the next example, we're going to find the tip and the total with tip. We're going to round to the nearest cent if necessary. Lunch costs $75.25. We're going to tip 15%. So the formula is the whole amount times your tip percent as a decimal gives you the part. That's your tip amount. Then you take the whole, the price of the lunch, and add the tip amount, and that gives you the total with tip. So the price for lunch is $75.25. We're going to tip 15%, so as a decimal, that's 0.15. Multiply that out, and we are paying extra for your tip. It's $11.287. We have 3 places after the decimal. So that 7 tells us we need to round the 8 up to a 9. So it's $11.29 extra for your tip. So $75.25 is the amount of bill. You add the tip, $11.29. So the total with tip is $86.54. Now, if you were really going out to lunch, you might round that up to $12, or you might round it down to $11. But right now, we're just going to find the exact amount, 15%. Next example, going out to dinner with your family. Maybe you're going to leave it 20% this time. So it's the whole times your tip percent as a decimal, gives you the part, the tip amount, and then it's the whole plus your tip is equal to the total with tip. So $199.45 times your tip, which is 20% as a decimal, and that gives you a tip of $39.89. The whole is $199.45, and now we're going to add $39.89. That gives you a price with your tip as $239.34. I'm going to show you a little shortcut off to the side. So if you go out to dinner with your family, you can try to see if you can mentally give the tip. So let's round the dinner up to $200. To find 10% of that, you would move your decimal over 1 place. So that would be $20. So if 10% is $20, we can multiply that by 2 to give you a 20% tip. So your tip would be $40. So if you go out to dinner with your parents, to figure out the tip, you just move your decimal 1 place to the right and multiply it by 2. Last example is on commission. We're going to round to the nearest cent if necessary. Abby is a salesperson at a jewelry store. She earns 65% commission. What commission would be earned for selling a ring that costs $1,300? So the formula is your whole times your commission percent as a decimal is equal to your part, which is your commission. That's extra money earned for selling the ring. So the price of the ring is $1,300. Your commission is 0.65, 65% as a decimal. When we multiply 1,300 times 65, we get $845. That's how much extra the salesperson would get for selling that ring.